20 years of MSF here in Kailicha and in South Africa. Of course, it's difficult to compare the situation that we faced initially. No treatment, people, 1,000 deaths per day from advanced HIV, or the cemetery of Kailicha completely congested, and worse, this paranoia about the disease.
There were random checks by the police because antiretroviral drugs were not in the public sector, they were only at MSF. And the department didn't want MSF to use AZT. They will come into the clinic and check in the clinic. And we used not to put AZT in the clinic because we know that they will be coming, they can come at any time. So we used to hide AZT from the MSF cars and boots. And France's car will also be a cupboard.
We want the government to take our hands and to work with us. We are saying that the government can help us.
Zaki Ahmed, he one day called me in 2002, beginning 2002, saying, Eric, do you want to meet with Nelson Mandela? You know, the kind of call you get on a Friday evening. And he said, if you want to, come tomorrow morning, you'll find it at my place. So of course, I rushed there the next morning, and I could have a little discussion. I begged Madiba, can you please come to rescue and visit our clinics? And he said, yeah, let's make a plan. And a month later, he arrived in Kailicha inside C Clinic. We had asked Matthew Damani, one of our first clients, to offer him the T-shirt we were expecting, a picture of Madiba with the T-shirt in hands. And then suddenly there was a moment of panic. What is happening here? And everybody was suddenly in tears because he took his shirt off, and he had a shirt not like this, but you know, the famous Mandela shirts, put the T-shirt on, and that brought that famous picture where Mandela, you could not be more outspoken, putting the T-shirt HIV positive. He was saying in front of everyone, and in a very clear-cut way, he treat HIV, that's the best thing you can do, it's unacceptable. So many people are dying and we don't do anything.
In 2003, one of my, we called each other cousins, I don't know why, but we called each other cousins. Lona Mlofane, she was a brave young woman. She went with her other friends to a tavern who was open about her HIV status. So when she said that, they started beating her up. She was raped. They beat her up, and I could see when I got there, I just saw a lot of blood. Lona died immediately after that. And that was something that I wanted to change. We had to walk around the streets and do door-to-door sessions so that we gave people information about what happened and the causes of rape and what HIV is. So we used to make sure that all these houses had information, and everyone who stayed in this street was well informed when it comes to the virus and what was happening. We started working at Ubuntu in these containers, or in these two clinics. One clinic was for TB, and the other clinic was for HIV. We decided, both TB and HIV, that we have to break in the walls of these two containers in order to have one big thing. That is how we started to integrate TB and HIV, where we have started all the differentiated programs that are now globally accepted. We started all them from this clinic, that is Ubuntu Clinic. Ubuntu Kudala!
I was diagnosed in 2004 as HIV positive. I was very sick. I had TB. I went to Ubuntu Clinic because of a friend of my brother to start a treatment, TB treatment and HIV treatment. Every time when I'm coming from the clinic, there was something new that I know about HIV. There was something new that I know about the treatment. So it interested me and get my attention. There and then they take me to the program that called People Living with HIV and AIDS program. MSF come up with something called Adherence Club. It was for those people that already in 1 year on treatment, not having any problems. They were not sick. They were just to go there to the clinic to pick up the medication. I think it was 2009, we were already having about 13 clubs. So it was so successful in that regard, because today we have Adherence Club all over South Africa, and it's one of the very special thing. MSF always came in and putting the patient first, and for me, I'll say I'm very proud to be a part of something that makes me each and every time said to myself, you are a part of a change.
Bending the Curve project started in 2011 in Eshowe and Mbongolwane. The intention of the project was to implement interventions that would reduce the HIV infection in the community. For us as MSF, we wanted to exceed the 90-90. We wish we could achieve 100%, where we have everyone testing. And when you say 90% has tested, but the key is you should have 90% retained in care, virally suppressed, because when someone is virally suppressed, it means they are lowering the chances of spreading the virus.
When we were starting our project in 2011, people were not really open to talk about HIV in this place, in this community. Mostly the community leaders are males. For them as males, it was not easy for them to go to the clinics. And also they did not want to talk about HIV.
So there was a survey that was done to ask men around the area how they feel about introducing or maybe having a clinic that will be for men only. We chose the taxi rank because that is where they come for transport, and with that time that they get, they just pop in and get their treatment. This is our male wellness site, which is here in Eshowe, in the taxi rank. They get help immediately. There's no long queues. As you can see, we only have males, because we know that males, usually they don't want to go to other facilities where it's only female nurses.
Eshowe project has achieved 90, 94, 95. At first it didn't sink in, we were like, And then we were like, Haibo, did we really achieve the 90-90 beyond what it was set for? And we were so excited. We've done it. We have done it because we've worked with the community. So that was an exciting moment. We were like, okay, we are happy now. Maybe we should close doors.